let's play this video. Guys, listen really, really well. Because at first, I had to listen really well as well, right? Okay? So let's go.
How may I help you?
Yes, hi. I have a couple of questions about possibly having a funeral at your funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
My husband actually passed away yesterday.
Okay.
And I actually have a very odd request, and people have been telling me that I'm crazy, but is there a way that before the viewing of the body, you could cut my husband's unit off and I can take it home with me?
Can you hold on one moment?
Sure, thanks.
Did I hear that?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I actually called a few minutes ago, and this really nice woman was helping me. My husband had passed away yesterday. I called about 20 different funeral homes just to ask if it was possible before the viewing of my husband's body, if I could cut my husband's unit off and I can take it home with me.
Okay.
My husband was only 39 years old, and he died of a heart attack, and it's kind of like the only thing I have left.
Okay.
If I was to come in and do it myself,
Right.
and I didn't know how I could do that, whether I'd have to bring in a baggie with me, whether it would need to be put in formaldehyde, how I would be able to cut it off, what
Well, if it's on him at the time, as long as it's on him at the time when you embalm him,
Right.
then it'll be embalmed, so you wouldn't need to store it in formaldehyde.
And
But
has this ever been done before? Has anyone ever asked?
not to my knowledge.
Do you understand though why this is something that I want done?
I
Right?
can understand.
I mean, I don't know what else to do, what else to save, and I haven't even told my family because I know they're going to think I'm crazy. So
Well, this is something you wouldn't want to tell them.
No.
If you're going to do this, you wouldn't want to, involve everybody in
Right,
it.
and I figured that since the body's usually fully clothed and it's when it's viewed, nobody would know. and
Nobody
I
would know,
Tell.
right.
When it's embalmed, does that mean that it would remain in a stiff position? It would be stiff.
Yes, it would remain. It would remain preserved.
Can I take it out, or is it something that I need to like keep in a bag?
I never thought about storing anything. I would imagine you would need to keep that in some kind of container.
Right.
You know who would be able to tell you would be our embalmer.
Oh, you would.
Our embalmer happens to be a female.
Oh, is she around? Is it possible that I can talk to her?
Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get her on a two-way call.
Thank you very much.
Jesus.
Hello?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yes.
All right, can you hear her?
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
I can hear her.
Hi, Jerry. My name is Marianne. I was explaining to the gentleman that since you were the embalmer, that you might be able to answer some questions that I have.
What kind of questions did you have? And I'll try to help you.
I had actually asked him if it was possible to cut my husband's unit off and then save it.
Oh.
And it's kind of like the only thing I have left. Is this something that I would need formaldehyde for if I wanted to keep it?
You would have to have some type of a solution that would be a preservative. What would you keep it in?
I didn't know if I could keep it in a plastic bag, if I needed
No,
to keep
no,
it in
no.
a jar.
You would probably have to have a sealed container.
She was also wondering if it could be used. If it would be usable. That's why we called you.
I would highly doubt it.
I mean, because he had said that if it was embalmed, it would always be stiff.
No, because it's not attached to anything.
Oh.
And I would not recommend that because you would have to use some type of a preservative solution. And that's not something you would want to have immediate contact with.
Is it something that you could mount? And maybe because you know how sometimes they stuff animals after.
So you would see that's something you would have to get a taxidermist to discuss with.
Okay.
Now that might be a possibility that a taxidermist would want to stuff it for you.
Is it something I can use if they did that?
Ma'am, I don't know.
And then
Now, that's a question I can't answer.
and if the taxidermist could stuff it, then could I mount it?
I would imagine so, but those questions
What the
the
hell's she gonna
taxidermist would have to address. Because they could tell you whether or not they would do it, could do it, or would be willing to do it. And then they could tell you what the preservation procedures would be after they've done whatever they're going to do.
And do you? I mean, is this something you would do? Would you save your
No,
husband?
ma'am. I keep my memories.
You just keep your memories.
I keep my memories and move on.
All right. I think I'm gonna rethink it because people keep telling me that I'm crazy. So I'm gonna talk to my sister about it and make my decision, and then figure out what to do. But I want to thank you for your help because you've been very helpful.
No problem, and you take care, and I wish you luck.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Oh my God. Jesus. Jesus, help this woman. Guys, I'm sorry. I am
If you're
so
just
sorry.
tuning into today's Awkward Tuesday phone call,
wait.
Carrie is on the phone, and Carrie might
One
have
moment,
to move
guys.
after she makes
Oh,
her phone
Jesus,
call.
I need to turn it down. Guys, I am sorry. The woman wonder she can mount it. Can she mount the man Ebola? I'm sorry, but I heard this, guys. And when I heard this, I was cracking up. I could not stop laughing, okay? Her husband, rest in peace, may he rest in peace. But he was only 39, and that's the only memory that she had of him. That's all she had remaining, guys. How can they deprive her of not being able to cut his bola off and keep it? And she wanted to know if it will remain stiff. Is it going to remain stiff in my possession all this time that I got it? Guys, I'm sorry. Jesus, take the wheel indeed. Janice Joseph, that is exactly what I've been saying. Oh my God. But Olive said, send me sweet peach. I heard this a couple of days ago and I'm still cracking up. I think it's a prank though. I don't think so. I'm sorry. Because this woman, the one that called in, that woman did not laugh. That woman was serious. Her family is telling her, her sister, she said, is telling her that she's crazy. People keep telling her she's crazy because she is. She said he was 39 and he had a heart attack, passed away. But she's trying to find out from all these funeral homes and she can cut his unit off. That's all she wants. She just want to keep his unit. Can she keep it? How would she need to preserve this so that I guess it don't smell maybe or it doesn't go rotten? I don't understand what she wanted to do. But not only that, I asked myself, wait. You want to tell me that she can remember what it looked like? Just go online and purchase something that looks just similar to that. So that way you will have that memory that that was his size, right? It just didn't make no sense, guys. And I said, no. I cannot laugh about this alone. I don't think that was a prank, to be honest. I'll tell you why I say that as well. The people at wherever she called, right? Those people were cracking up. You could tell that the first lady that she spoke with, when she told the lady the reason for her call, that lady, like, she was busting out laughing. She had to tell her to hold on. She had to say, hold on, ma'am. Let me put you to somebody else or whatever. But then the man came on, right? And I don't know if it's a prank or a joke, but if it is, guys, it got me when I listened to it. And I didn't even go to listen to that. Somebody sent me a video, and I listened to the video the person sent me, and then that was the next one that came up. And I was listening, I'm like, what? What the heck? She want to cut off her deceased husband's unit and keep it? And keep it for what? What are you keeping it for? And I want to know if you can mount it onto something. Amber said, how this escaped my mind? Amber, oh God, that's a good one. Guys, I'm sorry, I can't see no comments here, but Amber said, how did this skip my mind 4 years ago? Amber, you should have came up with this idea 4 years ago, right? When your husband passed away, right? You should have came up with that idea. Now, you would have been calling around to funeral homes like her, because apparently, based on what she's saying, she called many funeral homes to see if this can be done. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, okay, even if she does it, what is she gonna? I don't understand her logic in thinking that she just want to mount this thing onto something and just leave it there just for looking at it, just as a display of her memories of her husband. Why not just get his ashes? You know what I mean? Patrina said yes, let her chop it off. Oh my God, she want to be like Lorena Bobbitt, chop it off, right? But she throw it outside. This one wants to preserve it. She wants to know she can keep. She got to keep it in a baggie or what she look. Sophia, I see you in there. This one was crazy as ever, guys. And I said, no, I cannot laugh alone. I don't care if y'all saw it, but let's laugh together because this is just to a whole nother level. And this probably will give some other people some ideas as well. You never know. Because there's some people out there that will probably be thinking just like her. Her husband passed away too soon, right? Sooner than expected. She probably only spent a few years with him, maybe. Because 39, if that's really true, 39 is a young age, right, to pass away. And That's all she has, guys. That's all she has remaining. She don't want the ashes. All she wants is just to cut the unit off and keep it and trying to figure out how to preserve it. I'm sure that her family members are probably wondering if she needs to be checked in somewhere. Do they need to check her in to a mental institution? Oh my God. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm sorry to tell you, but this is the only thing that made me laugh so much today, okay? I've not laughed all day until I heard this video. And I was like, oh my God, I got to share this one. God, I got to share this because this is to a whole another level, okay? You don't ever hear no man coming out and saying nothing about their wife, even if they're doing a prank. I've never heard no man come out and talk about their wife passed away or whatever, or their wife are no longer able to do stuff and they want to preserve theirs. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for interrupting the middle of your day, but what better time, right, than to come now when you guys are not expecting me. Mildred is saying repeat, repeat, but you're saying repeat on another page. Oh my God, Mildred, what do you want me to repeat? Do you want the video to be repeated? You didn't get to hear the video, Mildred? Well, maybe you might have to rewatch this video, darling, because if I listen to this nonsense again, I'm sorry, I'm going to go to the bathroom and start peeing. I'm sorry. Amber said, I should have asked the funeral home attendant when we met before the argument. True, exactly. Oh my God, they probably would think that you were crazy too. Because I'm sure that any funeral home that she's asking a question to is probably thinking that she's crazy. Why not let a dead man go on, bury the man so that the man could be in peace? Now you want to go and start taking parts of his body off to safeguard, to keep for yourself. And you want to know if you can be able to use it. Jesus, 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 I tell you. Oh, Elaine said, wow, I was worried I missed you. Darling, how you missed me? Today is not even my day. I was here yesterday. But today is not my day. I just wanted to come and laugh with you guys on this one here. Patrina said she might use it for a variety of things. Give the woman her bola. I can't. A variety of things like what, right? She wants to know if she can mount it. So maybe she want to put a stand and put it to stand up on the stand. She want to know she got to keep it in a bag. Oh my God, this woman is crazy. Tereska, I see you. Inez said, if it's not a prank, she's crazy. Well, she's saying that her own sister is telling her that, right? She can't go and tell none of the other family members because they're going to think that she's crazy and they're going to ask her if she needs some mental help, right? Maybe this death of her husband turned her into a local person. Come on, ask the man to be cremated and take the ashes. Why don't you do that? That would be the memory of him. But you want to go and cut off the man unit. You're asking them if it could be done. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. My God, my God. Mildred said it's a joke. It may be, darling, but even if it is, it's still funny as heck. And I know that there's some crazy person out there that would probably listen to this and probably going to ask for no home something like this themselves, or even at the hospital. Only God knows. Only God knows. And these, Elias, thank you for the stars. I appreciate you, darling. Not even give Amber ideas, right? Amber even thought about it. Why did I come up with that idea 4 years ago when my husband passed away? Why didn't I come up with that idea to cut off his unit or to ask a question about it? Oh God, Emma, I see you. You know it takes for one thing to happen, one video to surface for people to start getting ideas in their head, right? Of that's not a bad idea. They said it's gonna stay stiff, but how would I preserve that? How would I mount that? Guys, I don't even believe that part, okay? Because that part, that don't make no sense. I don't know how those things are after death, but that part there, so it make no sense. The part, but it gonna stay stiff, I don't believe that. It's only me, but I don't believe that part. And even if it did, where the heck in her house, in her bedroom, she gonna store that? What's she gonna put it on? That's gonna keep it down. Is she gonna glue it onto a stand? All kind of nonsense start going through my head. No, just say at work by. Okay, you at work. Okay, all right. So, guys, this one is on a whole nother level here. So, thanks for coming and laughing with me. Because I was like, at first I was going to make a video on this one. Then I say, you know what? Let me just come live for a few, even if it's 15 minutes, whatever. Let's just get a midday laugh. You know what I mean? I don't get much midday laughs unless somebody call and make me laugh for whatever reason. So, yes, but again, I'm sure that somebody else out there gonna try something like this, or at least ask if it could be done right after the fact and the afterlife. Could you imagine? Why wouldn't you want her husband to rest in peace, even if it's not a joke? Why not let him man rest in peace? Why start going and chopping off areas of his body and taking this and taking that? Crazy as heck. Gemma Hines, how are you doing, darling? How are you? On a side note, how are all of you doing? How is your day going on this Juneteenth? It's not really that sunny outside, but you know, it's not bad weather because when I went out there, it wasn't cold and it's not sunny either. Looked like it was going to rain, but maybe it just looked that way for some reason. But yes, a lot of places are closed, including the bank and all is closed. So a lot of people are observing this day. For you guys that are at work, don't work too hard, and hopefully when you get off, you'll be able to relax, whether you're going to do something. I know there's some events, stuff going on, but I don't think I'm going to be out there at none of them, because I saw some things pop up, you know, things pop up on my phone telling you about stuff that's going on, whether it's close in the area or if you got to travel out. But yes, so that's it, guys. I just wanted to come and have a laugh with you guys in the midday. And guess what? We will see each other tomorrow morning again. Tomorrow is Friday. So yes, I will be on, but I still got to work tomorrow. So we'll be only on for about an hour or so. Alrighty, thanks for joining in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow by the grace of God. Enjoy the rest of your day and laugh a little. Bye-bye.